I'm Oliver Kriete, working for D&M already for more than 17, 18 years now.
Okay.
And we're already in 1997 I started. So it's quite a long time I've been with the company now. And I'm the product manager for D&M Europe. And especially, of course, now we are talking today about the Denon products. And
the new stereo products.
Philosophy. The new stereo products, but we can also touch other products of the Denon portfolio if you like, because it's a quite wide one we have. Going from, of course, our core business, which is stereo and multi-channel for the AV part, but also going into headphones or systems, Bluetooth speakers, the HEOS, of course, the multi-room system we have. So it's quite a wide portfolio we cover with Denon products.
But of course, it would be nice to touch especially HEOS, I think, for our target group at Alpha Audio. But let's start off with these two big babies.
These big two babies,
They're
Actually,
huge.
they're huge, they're heavy, more than 20 kilograms on the amplifier and just a bit less on the CD player. Actually, it's a product which we already in this direction carry for more than 20 years. So of course over the times it changed to get always a bit higher in performance, to climb up the ladder to reach the maximum, or let's say exceed the predecessor products, to also adapt to new technologies. If it comes feature-wise, the playability of formats, for example. If you it started with a CD player, of course, there was no SACD at that time, and so then SACD was adapted. But also on the amplifier, always we are looking to get new parts integrated because of two reasons mainly. Used parts are discontinued, what also happens in the industry, so they're not manufactured anymore. So we have to find a solution to replace these, and but we're also challenging to find better components of standard versions,
like
to
transistors, for example.
Power
supplies.
Power supplies, so main capacitors, coupling capacitors, film capacitors, going with a DA converter. All these kinds of little pieces at the end make a nice, let's say, cake. So all the ingredients have to fit to each other.
Because this one has got a DAC inside.
Yes, correct. That's the change which we lately made on the amplifier for Denon. That we, let's say, took out the DAC functionality from the SACD players to bring it closer to the amplification itself. So we built in the DAC now into the amplifier.
So you got an analog only mode and a source direct mode. I mean, we know that stuff from, for example, Marantz. It's got an analog mode only as well.
Correct, yes. So this analog mode, of course, switches off all the digital section. Because
like the noise floor.
with you have a DA converter, it needs to have a clock, and you have some higher frequencies going on. Actually, you don't want to have it when you want to listen to your loved vinyl. So you want to get rid of it as much as possible, and the easiest way is to just cut off the power of these digital sections. And the same we can do also for the display. We just shut it down.
Does it help a lot? I mean, switching off the display is always some things we know from the past. And you definitely heard that. Is it still such a noise generator inside an amp?
It is, because to drive the display, you also have a processor working, and it's also clocked, and the display itself can make some noise. There's a heating in and all these kind of things. So yes,
cool.
So it still works.
This is, of course, a product for the purists in the audio industry. I mean, it's big, it's heavy, it's, well, for what it is, it's not expensive, but it's a lot of money still.
It is a lot of money, yes, surely, but
and do you there's still a market for this?
Absolutely.
'Yeah?
And I would say even it's getting again more popular. with the rise of the better quality material, so of course it's very convenient to have these kind of Spotify accounts and get access to music, whatever you like, you can find it easily. But if it then comes to a certain quality you want to enjoy, you can explore the music on Spotify, and then you say, okay, I like this one. Now I'm going to buy, be it going to buy the CD, SACD, vinyl, whatever you like, or I'm going to even download a high resolution file of the music. That's easily you can do, and then I really want to enjoy it in a high quality.
It's funny you mentioned that. I mean, you have the same view as we have at Alpha Audio. I mean, Spotify is for discovering music, and if you like it, you buy either the vinyl, CD, or high-res version, and you're gonna really enjoy it.
Yeah, correct. You can maybe compare it a bit to when Apple started with iTunes. It already also brought back a lot of people to music. Because it was much easier to access the music. And they could enjoy it wherever they liked. They just put it on the phone, on the iPod, and could enjoy it somewhere outside easily. So a lot of people came back to listen to music, and that also, of course, is beneficial for our business.
Absolutely, and this is still an SACD player. I mean,
wow, it's still an SACD player, so you can play CD, SACD. But the difficulty we face is that on the market, you can't buy good quality SACD drives anymore. You might get a DVD-ROM drive, which is so-so for the performance, and you don't really get what you want to get. So the only way we could do was to develop our own mechanism. So that's a D&M mechanism.
Oh wow, this is your complete drive.
Own drive, So which we develop from scratch. It's expensive, to do so.
It is.
But it pays off because it's just a very good quality. And we get even, let's say, third brands asking to get this mechanism because they can't find any on the market. So it's a big investment, but we are sure it pays off. By developing it on our own, we of course also had some more options. So we not just link to what is on the shelf. For, let's say, playability of formats, for example. So we have CD, SACD, of course. But we also can record our own DVDs with music on. So we actually can make our DVD-ROMs, which can be played back. We just can put on FLAC, ALAC, AAS, FF. It will play it, and it even plays DSD files.
Cool.
So you can make your own high-resolution compilation if you like.
Okay, now I've tried. Now I'm starting to understand the product. To be honest, there are not a lot of SACD titles in the market.
Europe, it's okay. If you look to Japan, it's quite
huge.
Big.
That's a big difference. Yes,
it's a big difference. But you're right. SACD always was a kind of niche product. It has very nice performance.
Absolutely.
But it's a kind of niche. But now with this capability I just described, that you can make your own high-res compilation, it gets another added value to this player.
Okay. I was wondering, I mean, you mentioned the product range is very broad within D&M. And of course I'm curious about what HEOS is doing right now, because that's another big product for Denon. And how do you see the market in 5 or 10 years? I mean, is it going to grow? What's going to be new within a couple of years? And if you can say,
if I could say everything, it would be nice. If I already had the
I can always ask.
Crystal ball telling me all this information, it would be very nice. I think it's. There will be, of course, what we have seen over the last 10 years already, there will be a big shift forward to all these music services.
And
because this convenience we have by just accessing music via the internet, you can't ignore that. Yeah,
no.
So it's easy. It's the variety is very big. It's nice.
Yeah.
So
it's not a hype anymore. It's just here.
It's just here.
It's not gonna disappear.
No, it will not gonna disappear.
No,
for sure not.
No.
But I would also say it's not that it will completely, let's say, replace the CD business. Yeah.
No.
Or as you can see it on vinyl, for example. Yeah, it's also coming back. Everybody said with the CD introduction, vinyl will be dead.
Yes. That's what they said.
No,
it's not that.
It's still there. It's getting bigger again, and that's also why we have a very nice phono stage in the amplifier.
Yeah, you see that more and more now. I mean, a lot of your competitors also see the revival of vinyl, and they add the phono stage or an option for a phono stage.
Yeah.
And,
what you also have to see is that a lot of our competitors are going back to hi-fi. Yeah. So a lot gave up hi-fi some time ago because everything was multi-channel, AV driven. Yeah. So they completely ignored hi-fi. But there's a business. Yeah, and it's a stable business, and it's a good business to be in. So it's also good for the reputation. It's good for your turnover. Yeah, what we have to also to see, of course.
You gotta eat.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, and no, so. For us, hi-fi, AV stays in the market, more or less stable, maybe slightly declining. So we already can see a trend that hi-fi is very stable over years now. Yeah. So it's really very decent business which keeps on going.
Right.
So we don't expect big changes here. Maybe what will happen is that the form factor will maybe change on hi-fi. Yeah.
Small.
So we have new technologies like switching amplifiers, for example, which make it possible to also have smaller size components, offering decent power. Yeah. And that was already there, let's say 10 years ago. Yeah. Digital amplification, it is called switching amplifier.
Yeah, UCD from Hypex or
for example. But you're already talking about some good guys here, because there are also a lot of switching amplifiers which are not decent hi-fi. Yeah, so you can't do it to make it a good quality.
Yeah.
But over the last 3-4 years, we could see some solutions coming to the market, which make it necessary to consider these for hi-fi products.
Yeah.
And that's also what you see with the Denon products, for example, the PMA 50.
Yeah.
It's a very nice.
C-Tex.
Very nice. Let's say hi-fi system. Yeah. But in a smaller form factor. So we call it hi-fi for today's lifestyle.
Because lifestyle series. Yes.
It's lifestyle because of the design, but it still can offer hi-fi quality. So I think that's something where we will see more and more coming to the market. I think that's a grow market. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And HEOS as well, I think. I mean, congratulations on your ISA award.
Thank you.
From what I've understood is that it's a growing product for you.
Absolutely, yes.
And that you're doing good in the whole market for multi-room. And what I've noticed is that there are not a lot of systems in there. I mean, you got Sonos, you got HEOS, of course, Blue Sound. Another big one, Raumfeld maybe.
Raumfeld, yeah.
But there's not a lot.
Yeah, because...
Is it that hard?
Correct. It's not easy to develop a system which is working reliable.
Yes.
Yeah, and then one of the big challenges is to get all your multi-rooms synchronized.
Yeah, that's a challenge.
That's a big challenge. Then you have Wi-Fi, you have network connectivity. So it's very, very complex, and it's all about, again, what's then the customer is not interested in. Yeah, so these let's say what's going on in the back. The customer is just interested in, hey, I have my app. Yeah, it needs to work easy. It needs to work quick.
Yes.
So it's a damn hard challenge to get this working, and actually we're working on this system for
10 years,
nearly 10 years. To get it ready for the market. And so
you're in for the long haul.
No, and it is definitely as you said, it's a growing market. It's very convenient and easy to use.
Is there going to be a high-end version of HEOS? I mean, I always ask every producer. I mean, there must be a niche in there.
Yeah.
Blue Sound's got his NAD M50 as a high-end version of HEOS. Now I'm cursing. NAD's got his high-end version, the M50 for Blue Sound.
Yeah.
And it works together. And I think it could be nice for the hi-fi enthusiast that says, I want a high-end streamer in my main system, but I want multi-room in the others. And they gotta work together.
Why not? Yeah. It's all possible. Because actually what you're talking about is a network module. Yeah, which you can place in any kind of product.
Yes.
And just to ensure that, let's say, all the formats, high resolution formats are played, and then you are done.
Exactly.
Sounds easy, huh?
And it's got to be multi-room.
Yeah.
Well, it is a modular system. I mean, you got the same FPGA chip set for every HEOS component, so it could
possibilities
be possible
are there. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
To build it in there.
And you will for sure see something somewhere. Yeah. Because it's a network module. We have network audio players.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you place a nice power supply in there, better clocking, and
I think you have to do a bit more than just
I make it sound easy.
No. But right. Yeah.
It's a challenge for sure.
Yeah.
But okay. And for the next years, is there going to be a growth in the hi-fi market, AV market, or is it going to be stable?
I can't spot really where the growth should come from. Yeah, but it's, I said it's a mutual market. It's very stable. It's going on. It's not that something is really breaking down.
No.
You have to, if you look to the business, at least in the business where we move. If you look all the very cheap entry systems, these will get all somehow replaced by these kind of active speakers. It's the bottom of the market. It's gonna disappear, and it's gonna be streaming, multi-room systems.
Correct.
Yeah, but if you talk about serious products, which we have in our portfolio, where it cares about the quality,
this is stable.
This is stable, but also I would say our more or less whole lineup. If you start on a price tag of 300-400 euro per component, I think that's
it's gonna be replaced.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, and let's check this out in the listening room.